with the missed, I mean, Goddard's helmet damn near came off on the run, okay? And that's missed. We saw on a Sunday night game just a couple weeks ago, Pittsburgh's fans are livid because a crucial Chargers touchdown thrown by Phillip Rivers was on a play that started falsely by at least 2 seconds. It was a false start by 2 seconds. That was, I mean, now that we're seeing obvious stuff being missed to the point now where I tweet out, Week 14 was one of the most exciting Sundays I've seen in recent memory, and my timeline is completely filled with, yeah, but what about the officiating? What can be done? What can be done, Mike?
You think your timeline?
No, I know that. So what's the answer? You know? What is the answer?
Well, I mean, listen. I think that's a good question, and I had this conversation, and I've had it with a couple of people. You know, what could you do? I mean, what they've attempted to do, even back in my time, really, I think, are put Band-Aids on a sore, and you know, making 23 guys full-time official is a Band-Aid. I mean, I really felt like it's more of a PR move than it was anything else. Firing an official 8 weeks into the season is a Band-Aid. I mean, a guy that made the playoffs the year before and was struggling over the course of his first 6 weeks on the field, fired. Never happened before. Those are Band-Aids. It's not going to improve anything. I think there's only one thing. If everybody stepped back and looked at this whole situation, say, do you want to make it better? I think you really add an eighth official, but not on the field. I mean, you put him in an enclosed booth. He's a member of the crew, and he has the direct contact to the officials, just like he was on the field, just like they get into huddles. And he could correct things when he sees them in the first look, when he looks at a replay, a review of the thing. You miss a face mask, it's a clear face mask. He says to the referee, "There's a face mask on 32." You put it on the play. Seems a little bit bizarre, but let's back it up and look at the plays that, like you say, the false start that was not 2 seconds, by the way. It was 2 seconds in slow motion, but it was an obvious false start.
It seemed like I could have spelled the entire word of Mississippi instead of counting it twice. But either way,
but Pereira correctly.
That's true.
That's okay. But I think, to me, that might be the only way. Now, the downside, it may extend the length of the game a little bit, but you will be able to correct some things. You know, the Alvin Kamara hit, the helmet hit that was not called, those types of things, player safety things, maybe they can get involved in. But to me, if you're looking at, I mean, what is the dramatic change to try to make things better? And it's not like other people haven't talked about it, but I think it may gain some leverage over time. But, you know, put a guy in a booth by himself, nobody with them, no other replay people with him, no league people. He's just, we call him what would you call him? A PB judge, a press box judge, and let him get involved. And maybe then you might make things better.
Last one for you, Mike Pereira. With 3 weeks to go with a Monday Night Football game, who's the odds-on favorite you think to be the ref for the Super Bowl? What do you think? What you've seen, all the gradings and everything.
They reached out to me, but I said I wasn't available.
You are unavailable, Mike. You'll be drinking Tito's on the beach, I'm sure. So
I'm for days before that.
Current active referee, who do you think?
Gosh, I don't know. You know, the one guy that I've really grown to like, and I watch him work more and more, is a guy named Ron Torbert, who came from the Big Ten Conference, who I think does a terrific job, and so he might be my choice at this point, because it's interesting with so many new referees that aren't eligible. You've really shrunk the pool, and I would think Ron, who's been in the referee position for about 4 or 5 years now, might be a guy. And we had him in a game, and he just handled it beautifully. Their crew handled it beautifully, and so I'm gonna, if you make me pick a name out of a pool, that's the one I'm gonna take.
The Rich Eisen Show, weekdays at noon Eastern on Audience.